Hello and welcome to day number 5 of 13 days of Halloween. I hope you guys are enjoying the series. I hope you guys like it, and let's get right into the video.
Previously on Vampyr.
This place reeks of bloodshed. This creature is bedeviled.
I can't stand it anymore.
I must put it down.
Get fucked, mate.
William was an honourable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there? Listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
What do you mean by
Is that the girl
skull?
from the
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed this drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
Oh, my flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
back to the old grind, I guess.
This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be something?
Okay, so right here, blood sample of William Bishop. Okay, that's it? Okay. Why did I need
species
details?
of vampire. I must find a place to analyze the blood.
Okay, I think that's at the lab. I think I can cure people from being bitten, because it looks like the same vial for the cure of fatigue thing.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it! I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word again. From a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy,
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
Yeah, got a cool jacket now. Sick. Very vampire-y. Oh, look. Take me to a hospital. Pembroke Hospital. Okay, so.
You can do better than that. Nah. It's my turn.
Interesting. Hey, you lads, stop it.
Rotten or pristine, each heart contains the seeds of life. Drink at this river, try it all.
Oh, come on, you bastard. I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse.
Interesting.
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
Exactly.
Alright, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes.
Well, you're being a bitch.
That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I am a
Name's
vampire.
Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
So, blood quality and clay change from up here. The higher the blood quality, the more XP you get. Okay, so to drink the blood of your prey, you first need to mesmerize them to lead them out of sight. Okay. So we'll try and take him to the hospital.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
We'll see what happens. If nothing happens, then I'll just cut it. Alright, nothing happens, so we'll release. So to embrace Claycox or release him. Embracing Clay will provide a massive XP boost, but be aware there will be consequences. Okay, we're just going to release, because I don't want to kill him.
No more. Not tonight. Not like this.
Yeah, because I'm not a
I will
fucking
not take
asshole.
another life.
I don't know if he's gonna live or not, but, you know, whatever. We'll just drink rats for now.
It is wise for the huntsman to sometimes let his prey go, but no famished hunter can run for long.
I think we'll be okay. Oh, it's an outside hospital? Okay, so this is the hospital.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox.
Okay,
He requires
like
urgent
that.
medical attention.
Already making the rounds? That's the Pembroke spirit. I'll ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Thank you, nurse.
Sick.
What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Second floor, go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
Alright. Alright, and we have a doctor out here, so let's just talk to him real quick.
Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before, at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
So it says that hint is available, so I guess
Goodbye,
I can go
Dr.
talk to
Tippett.
the Gwyneth lady. Hey, it's Gwyneth.
Good evening, nurse.
Right.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke
Did
Hospital.
he really? It's a good...
All members of staff...
I see.
You must know, blood...
Let's get to the questions, mate.
Why does Dr. Tippett claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him,
Intriguing.
I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
Goodbye, nurse.
I just wanted to
Call
ask
me
her
if
about
you
that.
need assistance.
Let's get onto the juice, mate. Let's get going. I'm kind of bored looking at all this. All right, this guy kind of controls like Batman.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
Honestly,
Hey, Mr. Hampton.
that's the guy.
How do you feel?
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, sir, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks. And I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Alright,
Goodbye,
I think
Mr.
that's
Hampton. We'll talk again later.
Sorry, so we woke up and apparently something with William Bishop's blood is different than what happened to us, apparently, so that's about it. Okay. It's not.
Come on, I don't have all night.
Okay.
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but
Sorry. There's nothing here.
some of the patients won't last the night without them. Honestly, sir, I'm beside myself.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom?
Interesting.
Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
Where is it?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
Okay. We're gonna go straight there. Not dilly-dally. Oh, there was there's a back to this? I haven't seen that. Okay. Into the old morgue. So is it a separate part of the building? It does look like it.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
We'll do that later. Alright. In the old morgue we are. Okay, so we have to find medicine. Find ferrous tartrate, quinine, and sodium hydrochloride. Oh, okay. A glass vial, that's not what I'm looking for. Sick. I think maybe it'll cross it off the list once we find it. It's a good thing that it's telling me. So 5 meters there's... Oh, it just takes me to the room and I have to look for it. Oh, maybe that's upstairs. Yeah, it looks like it's upstairs. Let's see what's in here. Oh, money. That's a man right there. We'll deal with him when we get to it.
Balls of Mars. Fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful. Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza.
I wonder what the cigarette case will do. Okay, there's a last thing. Okay, nothing else.
This key will surely grant me access to the basement.
Come here, you bitch. You bitch, get off of me. There you go. Easy peasy. Okay, so he dropped that. And then... where am I going? I'm going down, right? Let's see if that elevator helps us. Oh, you know what? It might. What? What was that? Yeah. Come here. A little closer. There you go.
These scavengers feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after blood.
So they're like vultures. So somebody already killed these guys. Interesting. Maybe the mortician is still here? Oh, enemy close. Ow. Get bitches. Yeah, there we go. Alright, we'll heal up. What were they protecting? Because they weren't in here. Were they in here? I don't know. I couldn't tell. I was brutally attacked. And there's nobody on this guy. Oh, the doors are all closed.
It's locked.
Oh, crazy. List and knife. What does that do? Just acquired a new type of offhand weapon. Okay.
Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into this. Traces of a pinkish foam at the corner of the lips. Some sort of drug overdose, perhaps?
Seizure, maybe?
Multiple abrasions and scarring on the arms and legs. Old and distinctive injuries of a sailor or a fisherman. The chest was originally opened to perform the operation. The sutures are clean, but the chest has been reopened. A puncture over the left lung, possibly a chest tube insertion. Not the cleanest work, but I think it was successful.
Oh, is that what that white thing is?
Signs
under?
of internal bleeding. So, Dr. Tippett's anesthetics were incorrectly dosed, causing the patient's death. And then he tried to operate on him again. Tippett has made an egregious error. It's time we talked.
Okay, so we're gonna go harass Tippets. Why was he trying to get in there? Oh, what the fuck? The fuck are you guys? Oh, ate you fuck. Oh, you wish. Why are there two of you? you bitch.
These scowls can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting.
Enigmatic formula. Interesting. So, I can make more stuff? So, during a dialogue. Oh, I think that's the R2 button. Where I can just go like, oh, you need help? There you go, you bitch. Alright. That's enough of that. And here we go. Na 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 na. Okay, let's get the flip out of here. Look, a public notice. Seems pretty familiar, huh? Wish I had like a vampire run instead of this whatever this kind of run is.
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
I killed a bunch of people.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient here needs immediate treatment.
Duty calls. When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you've finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in his office. He's been looking for you. Seemed pressing.
Okay. There you are.
Raiding anywhere else in the East End.
What are you
Good
doing?
evening, Dr. Tibbets.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
Maybe not good news.
Corcoran, I want you to tell me about Mr. Connor. How did he die? What happened?
He was my patient. He died because of my mistake. That's the blunt truth.
That is not how I thought that was gonna go.
What was the nature of the mistake?
It was a twofold error. My diagnosis was wrong, and the administered dosage was too strong.
Fuck.
Who was this patient?
I don't know. Some sick man from the docks, maybe a fisherman. I had no time to talk with him. No one claimed a body.
Why not stop practicing?
Are you mad? I killed that man, I admit it, and it won't happen again. I have saved so many lives since then.
It's gotta be rough to try and help somebody and you do the wrong thing. Any other job, you don't have to stress
Goodbye,
out
Dr.
so
Tibbets.
much about every little mistake. Oh, I should have just saw the plaque.
Please, Jonathan, come in. Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea, but my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
It may seem strange, but your words have brought me some comfort here.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician.
A brilliant
And please,
physician.
call me Edgar.
I'm not some doe-eyed student, Edgar. I understand we both have something to gain from this relationship.
Yes.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough. Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet Lady of Mercy.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you again. You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a the lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
So it seems our Dr. Swansea does indeed have a fascination for creatures of our constitution.
Dr. Swansea is a remarkable man.
Literally
dedicated,
two
one might
vampires
say,
surrounded
obstinate.
life.
He spent years compiling our bestiary.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
Please continue. Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
We both are afflicted with a thirst for blood, Lady Ashbury. That is our nature. By vocation, we also have reason to visit the hospital. Logic dictates.
In all honesty, I'm not simply a patron to the hospital. My visits serve a dual purpose. Dr. Swansea has been treating my condition with a revolutionary technique of blood transfusion. It seems you are a specialist in the domain.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reed. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. Hope you enjoyed that this was a little longer. If not, the next one is going to be a little shorter. And I'll see you in the next one.